A blinding flash illuminates the sky. For a brief, terrifying moment, the world is brighter than the sun itself. It's the unthinkable event, a nuclear detonation. Panic is the first instinct, but it's also the most dangerous. What you do in the next few minutes could mean the difference between life and death. You can't stop the blast, but you can survive it. The key is knowing exactly what to do and when. This isn't science fiction. It's a matter of preparation. So, let's explore the crucial steps to surviving the aftermath of a nuclear blast. First, let's understand the immediate threat, the flash. This intense burst of thermal and nuclear radiation happens in the first 3 seconds. If you see it, don't stare. A single glance can cause temporary or even permanent blindness, leaving you helpless. Your immediate reaction should be to drop to the ground, face down. Tuck your hands under your body and cover your head and neck. If you have a jacket or any piece of cloth, use it to shield your face. The goal is to protect your skin from the initial wave of thermal radiation, which can cause severe burns even miles from the epicenter. Remember, see the flash, drop and cover. This simple action minimizes your exposed surface area and protects your most vulnerable organs. It buys you precious seconds before the next, more destructive phase arrives. It's a terrifying thought, but staying calm and reacting correctly in these first moments is your first line of defense. After the flash comes the blast wave. This is a massive wall of overpressure, a shock wave expanding outwards from the explosion at supersonic speeds. It can flatten buildings, shatter glass, and turn everyday objects into deadly projectiles. This is why you dropped to the ground. Staying low reduces the chance of being thrown by the force. If you're outdoors, try to get behind any solid structure you can find, a concrete wall, a ditch, even a sturdy curb. Keep your mouth open to help equalize the pressure on your eardrums and lungs, preventing internal injury. The time between the flash and the arrival of the blast wave depends on your distance. If you're miles away, you might have up to 30 seconds. Use this time wisely. Don't run. Find the best available cover immediately. If you're inside, move away from windows and get under a sturdy piece of furniture like a heavy desk or table. Basements or interior hallways are ideal. The blast wave is pure, indiscriminate force. Your goal is to put as much dense material between you and it as possible. Once the initial blast wave passes, the most insidious danger begins. Fallout. This is a cloud of radioactive dust and ash, consisting of vaporized earth and debris from the explosion, propelled high into the atmosphere. This dust is irradiated and, as it settles back to Earth, it contaminates everything it touches. It's an invisible threat that can cause severe radiation, sickness, and long-term health problems. The wind determines where the fallout travels, and it can drift for hundreds of miles. This is why getting to shelter is paramount. The fallout is heaviest in the first few hours after the detonation. You must avoid it at all costs. Any exposure to this radioactive dust, whether by breathing it in, ingesting it, or having it land on your skin, is dangerous. This is the silent killer that follows the spectacle of the explosion. Your survival now depends on avoiding this contamination until the radiation levels decay, which can take days or weeks. This brings us to the 3 golden minutes. This is the critical window of opportunity you have after the initial flash and blast wave to get to the best possible shelter before the deadliest fallout begins to arrive. Your first priority is to assess your immediate surroundings. If you're in a structurally compromised building, you need to move, but do so carefully. The best shelter is underground or in the center of a large, multi-story building. Think basements, subway tunnels, or windowless core rooms of office blocks. The more concrete, brick, and earth between you and the outside, the better. If you're caught outside, you have a very short time to find the nearest, most robust structure. Don't waste time gathering supplies. Your only objective in these first minutes is to find a safe place to ride out the initial fallout. Remember, the clock is ticking. Every second you spend exposed increases your risk. This is the single most important decision you will make. Now, let's talk about shelter. An ideal fallout shelter provides maximum shielding from gamma radiation. The effectiveness of a shelter is measured by its protection factor, or PF. A good rule of thumb is to put as much mass and distance between you and the radioactive particles as possible. A typical home's basement offers a moderate level of protection. You can improve it by piling furniture, books, or bags of earth against the walls facing the outside. If you don't have a basement, choose a room in the middle of your house, on the ground floor, with no windows. If you're forced to improvise, even a ditch or a culvert can offer some protection, but it's a last resort. Once inside your shelter, you must stay there. Authorities recommend remaining sheltered for at least 24 to 48 hours, as this is when the radiation is most intense. The levels of radioactivity from fallout decrease rapidly over time. Staying put, sealed away from the contaminated environment, is your strategy for survival. After the immediate chaos, the long game begins. It's about staying calm and staying informed. Once you are in a safe shelter, your focus shifts to long-term survival. The world outside has changed, and panic is your enemy. Keeping a level head will allow you to make rational decisions. If possible, you'll need access to information. A hand crank or battery-powered radio is an invaluable tool. Emergency broadcasts will provide instructions on when it's safe to leave your shelter, where to find aid, and the location of contaminated zones. Conserve your energy and any supplies you might have. If you're with others, work together. Support each other emotionally. The psychological toll of an event like this is immense. But remember, humanity has an incredible capacity for resilience. Staying informed, calm, and cooperative are not just suggestions. They are essential survival tools for the days and weeks that follow. So, let me ask you, if the sky flashed brighter than the sun, would you know what to do in those first 3 golden minutes? Would you drop and cover? Would you know how to find the best shelter before the fallout arrives? Your knowledge is your most powerful tool. Thinking about these scenarios isn't about fear. It's about preparedness. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of humanity's most serious challenges. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more deep dives into survival and preparedness. Stay safe and stay informed.